What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. Today we have the 2024 Rivian R1T next to our Tesla Cybertruck, obviously 2024 as well. And we're gonna go ahead and do a quick side-by-side comparison, exterior tour, to show you the differences between these two trucks. Obviously, the R1T was one of the first electric pickup trucks out there. Tesla was late to the game. Rivian beat Ford, GM, Tesla, everybody, and it shows in their efficiency. It shows as far as what it's capable of. But Tesla's not far behind. I'm pretty impressed. We have the owner of this R1T with us as well. He came from a long line of Tesla ownership for years and years, from the early Model 3 days. So we're gonna get his opinions here as well, and we're gonna walk around these two vehicles to show you the length of it, the bed size, and all that. Let's go. So right off the bat, as you saw in the introduction, design-wise, these couldn't look any different, with the Rivian obviously opting for that traditional truck look, not really trying to upend the market, just kind of fitting in and making an electric truck streamline and mainstream. Whereas you have the Cybertruck on the other hand right here, and we already know how polarizing this look is. But I will say, between both of these trucks, they both have that iconic design. Rivian has those two large headlights with the light bar up front, as well as Tesla having that one solid light bar as well. And we're pretty much even here, as you can see, and I want to show you guys the difference in the actual size of these trucks. Quick walk around on the Cybertruck here, and you can see it sticks out just a little bit further than what the Rivian does here. You'll really be able to tell on this side here. So not by much, for Rivian only having a 4.5 foot bed and Tesla having a 6 foot truck bed, the size is pretty comparable. The differences really come out when you start thinking about the bed itself and the tonneau cover. Obviously Rivian charges extra for the tonneau cover, whether you want the manual or automatic one, but that rear windshield itself isn't covered. It is a full piece of glass that you can see out every time, tonneau up or down if you have that. Whereas obviously the Cybertruck, well, we already know the story here. That back windshield is covered. But once we go ahead and open it up, it does stay exposed and you can see out of it. Fine, not a big deal. So again, side by side, now with the beds open, you can see just how much smaller the Rivian bed is than what the Cybertruck has. So it does expand out pretty nicely. You have that whole long extended expandable bed and this extra fit here that does raise and lower with the truck bed. And then again, on the Cybertruck here, you can see just the difference between the two. Coming at the same length here in the same angle, it is very, very close inside with both these beds down. Not much of a difference stands out. I'm going to give you a quick full view of the back of these trucks, and they're very comparable once the bed lengths are actually open. It's the first time you've seen them all open. I mean, it's pretty close in size.
Yeah. Close. The only big difference is the weight.
Yep.
7,100 pounds for the Rivian. I think
66.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you couldn't hear that because of the loud noise around us, I apologize. But we were just talking about the Rivian itself weighs 7,100 pounds, which again, it's actually the same weight as an F350. The Cybertruck, though, is only 6,600 pounds. The Rivian, again, depending on which battery you get, which kind of performance model or trim, the kilowatts on these are much larger than the 123 kilowatt hour battery on the Cybertruck. So that's the other call out there. But you can see the design language again, surprisingly clean on both of these. Looks like they both actually do come with mud flaps. Didn't realize that before. Again, we do both have frunks here. Let's open this up and see the difference in size here. You want to open that one up really quick? I'll open this one. And Right off the bat, this is something that's been talked about a lot, is the lack of frunk space on the Cybertruck. That's not an issue here on the Rivian. You guys can see just how massive that is, and there's extra storage actually under here as well for all these other accessories. Not bad, man. And then also, here is the Cybertruck for comparison. You can fit about a pair of golf clubs in here in the bag, and yeah, that's basically it. There's no sub frunk here. That's it. They kept it very shallow, but that's also because of how short, or I should say how massive the windshield is. It shortens up the front of the truck. Now also, if you look back, you can't go wrong with either of these trucks in my opinion. I mean, they just look so good. You do have larger rims on the Rivian. Again, it's one of the many options when you configure, but Rivians do come with larger rims if you so choose. They actually have aero caps around on these inserts we were just looking at, same way as most Teslas do. However, currently on the Foundation series of the Cybertruck, it is all rim, and obviously those 35-inch tires, as opposed to something a little smaller on the R1T. And one thing too, at least Tesla has introduced power frunks. The Rivian has the same as well, so that is one huge bonus that you don't have to worry about. But as you can see, we're out here in a little bit of a muddier condition today. One thing that I didn't even realize that my buddy called out is you can really see the dirt much easier on the paint here than you really can on the Cybertruck with that stainless steel frame. Difference being when you get to the plastic, yeah, you can see where it starts to get a little muddy. But again, front facade, pretty much comparable. You have your tow hooks down below to tow whatever you need if you need to pull somebody out. Same on the Rivian. These are actually a little bit more buffed, a little shinier. These are actually matte black. Again, it's gonna be a personal preference for whatever you guys want. And another call out, again, on the exterior, if you don't follow the channel, Rivian has seemed to really put their stamp on these R1s and R1Ss. You know what you're getting. You have a Rivian logo, Rivian logo. You have Rivian on the side here. You got obviously your logo again on the rims. You got it on the lights in the back. Got it on the tailgate right here and on the bed of the truck. Whereas there is not a single logo on the Cybertruck anywhere to be found. Again, personal preference. They do both have light bars inside to light the bed up. Tesla's is a little longer, no big deal. You do obviously have two 120s in the Rivian, I'll show you in a second. You have two 120s here and a 240 outlet. Obviously, we have a smaller sub trunk here, but it does have the ability to be drained and used as a cooler if you so choose. And then, like we said here, you have your outlets, your air compressor, which is a big difference. I wish the Cybertruck had that, and your two 120s over here as well. As far as that sub trunk goes, massive, big difference. It's actually designed to have a spare tire if you want. It does have a drain as well below, so you can use it as a cooler the same way, but this is more useful than that little one we have in the Cybertruck. So one other quick call out, talking about the facade of the front of these vehicles. Obviously, Rivians, we talked about the daytime running lights and their actual headlights being right here. The fog lights are in the traditional spot right below them. There's two, obviously, on either side. Whereas on the Cybertruck, this daytime running light is simply that. The actual headlights are below it with the turn signals right to the right of those, or the left on the opposite side, and you have your just regular headlights located here. The last thing I want to show you guys today, these are currently on entry mode or kneel on the Rivian. Let's go ahead and put them in the highest setting. We're actually going to take it into off-road mode on the Cybertruck and go into extract, where he only has those three options and is just going to be on the highest mode possible. Let's go ahead and turn these on. In those entry modes, you can see how good they look and how similar they are. I think we're going to see a big difference here though. So we're gonna go into dynamics, off-road in the Cybertruck, and obviously it's automatically raising as we're doing this. And then we're gonna go to extract. So we're already 12.4 inches off of the ground, and it is still going to move and improve in height. So let's take a look at these together and see what that difference does look like there. And it's pretty comparable. I think just because of the point, what do you think, man? I think just because of the point on the truck, the Cybertruck looks higher, but it might be a facade. That looks, that's an illusion, but that looks pretty simple, pretty similar.
Cyber might be just a tad bit higher, but it looks very close.
And it's still raising a little bit. Extract takes a little while to get to that max height.
Okay.
But from what I was expecting, I thought it was gonna blow right past it, but no, it's pretty comparable.
Yeah. Definitely, I don't think they did that.
No, me either. So as you guys can see, we have not a massive difference between the R1T and the Cybertruck. Again, you can't go wrong with either of these vehicles. They're gonna be, it's ultimately gonna come down to personal preference as far as which one you go with. Let us know in the comments down below. Are you picking up a Cybertruck, an R1T, a Lightning, or are you sticking with your ICE truck for now, for towing reasons and all that? Let us know in those comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.